Hello and welcome to the On Your Head Son podcast. We've only had 2 weeks off, and in that amount of time, so much has happened in the world of football. But before we get into it, let's say hello to my brothers. Let's first of all say hello to Andy. Andy, how are you doing?
I'm very good, thanks. I'm in terrible definition right now, but I'm all good. Back home.
Yeah, we've got low def Andy on a poor Wi-Fi connection, so we do apologise if you can't hear his wise words. Moving on, let's say a big welcome to Matt. Matt, how are you? How are you enjoying the sunshine in London?
Yeah, sunshine's been brilliant. Brilliant weekend for it. I mean, just got in just then from a little walk outside, getting a tan on. That's what we like. So come on.
Beautiful.
Long may it continue.
You sound like you've had an absolutely lovely day. And I tell you what, we have had an absolute fantastic two and a half weeks worth of football. So let's get straight into it. Brace yourself. Liverpool have won the league. We've been treated to one of the all-time great Champions League semi-finals. Arsenal fell short again. Another trophyless season for the Gunners. We have an all-English Europa League final to look forward to. Chelsea have a Conference League final to look forward to against Anthony's Betis. The race for the Champions League spot in the Premier League is getting hotter than ever. And then most importantly, Southampton have got 12 points.
Yeah! Have that, Derby. How does that feel? Yeah.
Have that, Ruben Diaz. Anyway, I'm exhausted already. Matt, what's been your highlight in the football world from the past 2 weeks? Any of those or anything else?
You can't really look past the Champions League semi-finals. I mean, I know the Inter Milan Barca one, which we'll speak about in a bit. But yeah, let's just say that I missed the one because I was on a flight. The comeback one, but yeah, the second leg. But what a tie! Just
okay,
that one.
Well, we'll get into that in a minute. We'll get into specifics. Andy, same question. What's been your highlight over the last 2 weeks?
Well, you just said it. Saints getting 12 points. Finally. I mean, we lost to Leicester, and I thought all hope was done. All hope was dead, but we've got it. We're not the worst team ever in the Premier League now. Brilliant.
Well, yeah, two massive things. As we said, there's been a lot going on, so let's get straight into it. We're going to delve into all of those points, and let's start. And this it feels like a while ago now because it was genuinely 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, Liverpool won the league. They hammered Spurs 5-1 at home to seal the title. They've been leagues above everyone else this year. And Andy, let's start with you. What for you has been the main difference between Liverpool and everyone else this season?
Honestly, I really predicted them not to get anywhere near like Champions League after Klopp leaving. I would put a lot of it on Gravenberch. How much he's actually changed from last season to this year. As that CDM role, he's just an absolute powerhouse in there. So honestly, I'd like it's the tactics, it's like kind of how intense it can all be, and they attack so quickly. Like, yeah, I mean, amazing. Just leagues above Arsenal, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, and
not just Arsenal, the rest of the league as well. Absolutely everyone.
Yeah.
They've been absolutely miles. Any game you watch them, they look composed, comfortable, even against cities and Arsenal. Just then, I know they just drew 2-2 against Arsenal, but really that first half could have been 4 or 5 straight away.
Really
My friend of a podcast, Ali, texted me during the game, I can't watch any more of this shitty Arsenal anymore. So, but Liverpool did look amazing that first half, and then second half they did just take their.
I mean, they've been given so much room; they can take their foot off the gas now. They can just enjoy it. Yeah.
I think that's one of the main points, isn't it? So obviously Liverpool have been like a very good team this season, but there's been no one that's really been pushing them at all. No. The rest of the teams have, or the major teams at least, have dropped off quite considerably. The only time that I can remember that in recent history was the Leicester season, where there was which gave the opportunity for Leicester to win. Liverpool may still have won the season anyway, but it would have been a lot tighter had like some of the other big teams like turned up. But Matt, how we spoke about this the other day in person. How good were Liverpool's celebrations when they won the league?
Oh, they were perfect. It was an absolute party atmosphere. I've never really been a massive Liverpool fan, I have to say, but it really made me just enjoy football. Yeah. It was like nice to see not just a money team win it, because really last 10 years, bar Leicester, last 15 years have just been Chelsea and City who have won, really. And it's just like you wouldn't call them plastic fans, but some of them, it's not like it doesn't mean as much to the city. Whereas Liverpool winning it, you'd see just the whole city coming together, and it was absolutely amazing. So yeah, I loved it.
I think that's a massive point there. It's about like obviously in the Premier League era, like the title's been dominated by both London and Manchester. So so it doesn't mean a massive amount to the city if one of their clubs wins the title. Whereas like seeing Liverpool, like obviously that a lot of people in Liverpool don't support Liverpool, they support Everton or another team. But it meant a lot to the city for a club from there to win the league. And I think that's quite unique to see. I mean, it was the same thing with Leicester. But that's really the only one. I mean, you have to go back to Blackburn, and I was too young to even sort of realise if that was a big thing. I'm sure it was, but I didn't see any of the celebrations that went on at the time. But the only thing I can really compare it to is like looking at how much Newcastle celebrated winning the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
What a season! What a season!
Yeah.
So good.
Anyway, and Andy, I know you wanted to just touch briefly before we move on from Liverpool on Trent Alexander-Arnold. So he has announced that he is leaving at the end of the season. And he came on today for Conor Bradley in about the 70th minute to a chorus of boos. What do you think about that, Andy?
Yes, he did. Very harsh, I thought, from the Liverpool fans. They were really, really against him. I get it. I get it why they're annoyed and how he's leaving, but he looked a shell of a man coming on to boos at Anfield. Yeah, not the one. After just stripping your shirt off after a winner and then leaving the club, he's not loved in Liverpool.
I think that's so cruel. I think it's the most ridiculous and petty thing in the entire world, and shows the lack of foresight of human beings, let alone football fans. It's just like, come on.
I just complimented Liverpool fans. I did just compliment Liverpool fans for their celebration, but that's pretty disgraceful. It's just like, this guy's been an excellent servant for the last 15 years, however long he's been there, since he was like 8. And then you'll just go and just like, yeah, fuck him, he can't go anywhere, it can only be a red. And that's it. It's
a red. You're born and raised here, you're leaving us. Yeah, no, they're human.
Yeah, they're humans are terrible creatures. That's what we get from that. Anyway, moving on to what Matt said was the most exciting moment of the last couple of weeks. And, well, he said both of the Champions League semi-finals, but I assume the one that he was referring to in particular was the most fantastic tie between Internazionale and Barcelona. Genuinely, from my side, one of the greatest two-leg games of football I've ever seen. Finished 7-6 to Inter after extra time. Such high quality, so many chances, ebbed and flowed from side to side. Matt, again, we spoke about this offline a few days ago. You think that this was down to their contrasting styles and formations?
Absolutely, definitely. I mean, the formations were ridiculous. I mean, Barca's high line encourages just the second man run touch. Dumfries just absolutely bombing down that right hand side every single time was on. So it kind of just encourages this completely chaotic game. And Inter almost just sit back and then just leave Thuram and Martinez up top, and just almost Martinez has this little magic touch that he can just play a ball around the corner like I haven't really seen in a while, since like probably Ozil in his prime and bits like that. But it was amazing, just the contrast of having this team of not really superstars, but like Yamal, Rafinha, like unbelievable players on unbelievable form, and they didn't even win. And everyone's still talking about how good Barca are. I know they just won El Clasico 4-3. Yeah. They've literally had been involved in 2 4-3 games, in 4 days, 5 days, whatever it is. They're an absolute joke, really, to watch. That high line is so hilarious, but it's so efficient. They catch they were offside, Inter offside so much in that game. But yeah, no, brilliant tie. Made you really love the Champions League, and I think you guys agree as well?
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think actually seeing Barcelona, Lamine Yamal, watching him play as well. I didn't actually get to see the game, but the highlights that I did see of him, he just looked absolutely electric.
Yeah.
It's crazy, it feels like, and I'm going to get this question to you in a second, Andy, but I feel like the standout player that everyone's talking about from the game was Lamine Yamal, who was absolutely excellent, and it's probably the first time since the Euros that a lot of people have watched him, in the UK at least, because we probably haven't watched a lot of the early Champions League stages, and in the knockouts up to then it's not been a massive game, whereas this was his stage, and he he did deliver. He was
Yeah.
amazing. But no, it was. I think from my side, it was the contrasting styles were what made it a spectacle.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was just two teams just having a go at each other, like just full on. Like if you're watching a boxing match, it was like
Catching
both
up.
teams like throwing punches every single second of every single minute of every single round. It was just amazing. Like that was the perfect highlight for football. Full stop.
It's peak football.
Yeah.
It's just peak football. A 7-6 semi-final in a Champions League, and I agree, is
God,
unheard
I
of.
missed that. That would have been so good, yeah.
Yeah. So Andy, you said you didn't actually watch the games.
No, I was at rehearsal for the second leg of the Inter.
Absolute
In which case, I did have a question for you, but I'm going to redirect it to Matt instead.
Yep,
because
go
I think
for
it's
it.
only fair because you're in such low definition at the moment. Matt, there were some absolute superstars you already mentioned. I'm going to ask you to pick your top 3 players from that two-legged game between both Inter Milan and Barcelona. Who are your top 3?
Yamal's got to get in. Just for those 2 legs.
Just for those 2 legs, yeah.
Dumfries has to get in,
Yeah.
and probably Sommer.
And I want you to put them in order. Who was the best player?
In that order: Yamal, Dumfries, and then
Sommer.
Jan Sommer. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Jan Sommer's saves at the end were breathtaking. Like literally that one for, I think it was at 2-2. That one maybe the one against, was it Rafinha or Pedri? I can't remember who, but that was clawed back almost like the David Seaman one that's always replayed on like Premier League, and then the last minute you just think Yamal's absolutely telegraphed a finish to the top corner, and he's just pulled out this absolute save, and it's 5 million. 5 million he cost.
Yeah. Well, and they sold Onana for 50 million. That's great business.
Exactly.
Is that not great? That is fantastic business.
Yeah.
Right. Well done Inter Milan on reaching the final, and thanks both teams for a fantastic spectacle. Inter Milan will be facing Paris Saint-Germain, who beat Arsenal 3-1. Again, another game of contrasting styles.
The best team in the Champions League this season, apparently. Arteta's saying Arsenal, best team in the Champions League.
Yeah, he's
says a lot.
the most deluded person you ever meet in your entire life. Not that I've met him, but everything he says, yeah, he's deluded. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so yeah, game of complete contrasting styles again. Paris Saint-Germain versus Arsenal. Parisians coming out on top. So just more of a did you know? So Paris Saint-Germain have now beaten 4 Premier League teams this calendar year, knocking out Liverpool, Villa and Arsenal, beating Man City during the group stages at the end of January. But Andy, Paris Saint-Germain, how exciting are they to watch, and which players stood out for you?
Oh, they were so good to watch. I think their fullbacks, both Hakimi and Nuno Mendes, just how much they were around the box and like kind of the 6-yard box on those counters. They're just electric. They welcomes all the Arsenal long throws and all the Arsenal like kind of pump it in the box. Tony Pulis. And then on the break, Doué I thought was class. I mean, it was the first like kind of proper time I've been able to watch him, and he looked very, very comfortable going forward. And I mean, to be honest, like the midfield is just such a liquid, lovely pass and move midfield that like create these avenues for quick counters. It's really nice, yeah.
They're just a real team, aren't they? And I know it's almost being oversaid now and like the media and everything, but they really are. Like, they're just a really well balanced, dynamic team.
Yeah.
And then behind them, so we mentioned Jan Sommer, but you can't have a conversation here without mentioning Donnarumma. Some of those saves that he made, thinking about the Saka one, the Odegaard one, and the second leg. My word.
Odegaard one's the one for me. And also first leg, Trossard and Martinelli.
Yeah.
Like he's 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", I don't know how tall he is. But to get that low that quickly, and he basically lives in Saka's head rent-free. He's literally just put on this earth just to wind Saka up, and I love it.
Well, you didn't love it when we lost the Euros.
But I didn't like it actually 2021, but now it's all right.
That wasn't great.
Yeah.
Missed the sitter, Saka. Missed the sitter.
He did miss a sitter, yeah.
But played unbelievably. Like he's the first person I've seen. I don't watch loads of PSG, but first person I've seen to actually give Nuno Mendes a good run for like his money. Mendes completely shut down Salah, completely shut down whoever was playing against in Villa. Basically ran that. Him and Hakimi ran that leg really, and then he was really worried about Saka, and Saka played really well until he missed that final chance, annoyingly. But
But Arsenal losing means it's yet another season in this golden era of Arsenal football without a trophy. Matt, just wanted to quickly ask, because I know you noticed that Arsenal played a bit differently in Paris to how they normally play.
I thought we did, yeah. I thought we played a lot quicker, and it's almost anti-Arteta ball, really. It was less controlled and more chaotic, and it was really. I think I texted you guys. As you guys know, I used to love Arsenal growing up a lot. They were my second team for a very long time, and that's because of the way they played with this unbelievable style. And actually, on Tuesday night, I think it would have been, or maybe Wednesday night, whenever the game was, they played really quickly when they were moving forward. And then second half, they then started to do the more horseshoe kind of movement where it just goes from Saka back to the midfield and then to Martinelli on the left and then back. And it was just like, fuck me, that's getting boring. But that first half was a brilliant performance. So anti-Arteta ball. Bring back Arsenal.
Anti-Arteta ball.
Bring back Arsenal. Wenger would be turning. He would not be happy with that.
Yeah.
Tony Pulis ball.
Pulis ball, exactly. I mean, they were doing long throws from the 7th minute.
They really were.
It works. They were literally. Martinelli could have scored very easily, and Odegaard then also had a brilliant save from Donnarumma. So
they did the job. I just didn't expect to see it from an Arsenal team of Arteta start season.
Exactly.
But there it is.
So Andy, question for you. So Arsenal, and I mentioned it just a little bit earlier. This is their apparent golden era. They, for all intents and purposes, they do look like a good side at the moment. Regardless of whether you like them or not, and you like Arteta, they do look like a good side. So why have they come up short again? And what do they need to do to win something next year?
Well, I think the big tell this season was not having a striker, because they've got the men around them. They've got the base of the defence. That's fine. That can get you a title. But not having a secured or even a backup number 9, a striker, has cost them not being able to kind of compete with Liverpool this season, because they've had to put a CDM up top in Miko Marino, which in fact he's done well.
He's a brilliant striker.
Well. Yeah,
he's a better striker than his CDM. That's why.
Yeah, that's right. He's not great there. But I think after all of these years, they're still in second. They have this golden era. They do need to do something with it. They've got such talented players in that squad. Mm-hmm. Saka and Martinelli, they need a focal point to play around, or even if Kai Havertz is constantly fit, for him to drop back in a Firmino kind of role and let them cut inside. But you don't see. I think they just need a striker. That's what's missing.
I don't disagree with that, and it's interesting because I think that their first season they played some quite good expansive football, and they've actually all the signings since have been pretty negative, and it's all about tightening the gaps, not conceding and everything, which I think has then stifled them and made them that boring team. And going back to Matt's horseshoe comment, interestingly enough, they're the first team, I believe, in the Premier League to not announce, but it's close to be announced, a signing for next season, and that's Zubamendi from Sociedad, who is a defensive midfielder. So they're seeing.
But that's probably a replacement for Jorginho. And also Partey is leaving as well, probably. Yeah. So
it makes sense. But again, that's their main signing, and don't get me wrong, it could be a good signing, but I think they need some more creativity. Odegaard is not giving out the numbers that he probably should, given his ability and status, and so maybe a bit of competition for him would be a good thing as well. Because I think the wingers are good. They've got good wingers.
I think a lot of it as well. You look at their bench. There's nothing on that bench at all. They were scared that.
They've had breakthroughs with Skelly and Noeri as well. They've done very well coming in, but apart from that, it's Raheem Sterling. I mean, he's offering them nothing.
How is he still there?
Worst signing of the summer, I think, that one. That is awful.
Yeah. Right, well, let's move on, because I'm sure we could talk about Arsenal and their failures or failings all night if we wanted to. But moving on from them, so where Arsenal failed, their arch rivals Tottenham succeeded. So Tottenham beat Bodo Glimt and have made it into the Europa League final, where they will face Manchester United.
Yes.
I don't think I can even. I can't give it more of a better way of saying this. Andy, how on earth are Manchester United playing Tottenham in the Europa League final this season?
there's a final for Champions League, and it's played between 17th and 16th in the Premier League. I don't know how they've just not last like 3 weeks in a row. They've just put out their B team just so they can prepare for the Europa League. And to be fair, it's a successful season if one of them win it, and they get Champions League. So Ange could do it in his second year. The coolest guy. I always win in my second year. Just so we are, mate.
Just so we are, mate.
Might do it.
But how, like, I guess looking more into it, like, how on earth have they got to the final? How is that even a thing?
So I'd say actually, to be honest, a lot of how they play, particularly Man U, is based on actually being technical and not actually having any. They can't run at all, and I think in Europe you actually get that more, where actually you do just get technical teams really without teams necessarily running about. Bar obviously the top ones like your PSGs, your Real Madrids, and whatever. But I think particularly for Man U, it's a lack of physicality in the Premier League where they literally come undone, and just runners being around your Casemiros, whoever the other centre mids are, Mounts. Ugarte's a runner actually, but whoever else, Ericsson, Bruno, like the list goes on. So yeah, I think a lot of it's to do with that. Whereas in Europe they're a lot more controlled in a way. I know that they've had stupid games against Lyon and also super lucky stuff. But yeah, I think that's how Man U and Tottenham. I have no idea. I have no idea. Like Tottenham, every time I've watched, like Man U have really showed a few glimpses of being okay, and we've got Bruno. But Tottenham, fuck me, how the hell are? Yeah, I know.
How are they there? How are they there? I
love it though.
Their style of play, it's just.
Well, I guess, I mean, you obviously got to think that in the semi-final there, they did play against Bodo Glimt, who you would expect a team like Tottenham to win every day of the week. I'm not sure, like without sort of Googling quickly, what their route to the final was. But I guess maybe one of the points here to make is that, so clearly the European elite, like the Premier League teams, fit in amongst that. Like it's also in terms of the best Premier League teams fit in amongst that sort of like that level. Sometimes we get to the final of Champions League, sometimes we don't. We're not above, we're not below it. Whereas I think that, and we've spoken about it before, is that the mid, like, and realistically, Spurs and Man United are mid to lower league Premier League teams at the moment, and the fact of the matter is that our mid to lower league or lower level even, Premier League teams are much better than the teams that finish 5th, 6th, 7th in other
Spain,
leagues around
Italy,
Europe.
Italy,
There's less of an overall quality in those other leagues, which you get in the Premier League. 100%.
Yeah, and that's just it's just money disparity, isn't it? And that's game's gone, isn't it? Game's gone. I think that's what it shows. Just exactly what it shows. But a little stat for you: Bodo Glimt. Guess what? Do you think their population is?
Oh, it's absolutely tiny. I think it's like 20,000 or something.
I don't know where it is. Where is it?
It's right
Norway.
in the north of Norway.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
right.
it's 50,000. So it's just over 50,000. So their whole population could fit with room to spare in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and so it's brilliant.
What a win!
Their route to get to a final, like to a semi-final, should be celebrated more than Tottenham and Man U getting to the Europa League final. I think that's where the story should be. But obviously, the story's always the big teams, isn't it? But who's winning?
Let's ask Andy. Andy, who do you think is going to win? Tottenham or Man United?
I'm actually really split on this. I think it's a really hard one to call, but I'll go off Keely in either history of Tottenham. I'm going to say United. United they've got a horrible striker in Højlund.
The thing is, I think I want Tottenham to win, but I think that Man United will win because Tottenham are worse this season, in my opinion, overall than Man United. I really do think
Maddison's injured.
But Maddison's injured, and so is Kulusevski as of today.
I know, yeah. James, there's only one person who's winning. Ange does not lose in his second year. It's literally, it's written in the stars. It's just what he does, man.
It's the perfect full circle. You actually couldn't write a better story. It's almost like a Ted Lasso story, this, isn't it? Where he's so bad, but like he somehow wins a trophy at the end, and it's like a success at the end. It's like a perfect circle. So, good luck, Ange. Hope you win the trophy in your second season, because you will win the trophy in your second
more than
season.
anything in the world. So get a European trophy before Arsenal do, because they've never won one. So come on,
That
come
would be
on, Tom.
hilarious to see Arsenal and Tottenham
Yeah.
fans go after that. That would be funny.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. I mean,
And surely they've had a better season then. Tottenham
Exactly.
over Arsenal.
they
They've
have.
been Champions
It's
League.
ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah.
Tottenham or Manchester United will have had a better season than Arsenal this year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
How funny is that? That's great.
It's good, isn't it?
Right. Well, moving on, and again, looking at this disparity between English clubs and European clubs, like not the top tier ones. So Chelsea made it through to the Conference League final, beating a Swedish side who I struggle to pronounce, like Juristat. I'm not sure. I actually bumped into a bunch of their fans in a pub in Parsons Green, and they honestly were like, Parsons Green is a
Brilliant.
really nice part of London. And they were like just tearing down the lamppost or jumping around. It was mental. They're really good fun. But yeah, anyway, Chelsea getting to the final. Not really.
It's not a story.
It's not a story, is it?
No.
And also,
What is a
it's their
story?
second
I
team.
do have there is a story, and it's and Matt knows what it is. So they are going to be facing Real Betis, featuring Matt's favourite player, Anthony. So let's let Matt go on, take it away. Talk us through it.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you can say. This guy has changed this season's completely the fortunes for Real Betis. I think when he came in, they were like 14th, 15th. They're now 5th in the league, I think, going for Europa League again next year with maybe getting Champions League. He has absolutely run this show, and his goals have been so crucial. I'm not sure you saw it the other night, but that free kick
Free kick
that he
was
hit
amazing.
was absolutely amazing. So this guy, you can see when he's on form, give him time, give him the contract, whatever he wants, let him sign, let him put any amount of number there, and just get him to Betis, and he's going to win. Betis will win, definitely, just because of him.
Love
Aura.
I love that. I really want him to score against Chelsea. I think that tell you what, it could be a great week for Man United.
Yeah.
Of them winning Europa League, and then Anthony stops Chelsea from winning a Conference League. That's hilarious.
He'll also be the first person, if Man U and Betis to win 2 European trophies in one season. So
I've
it's
seen that.
brilliant.
That's great.
Yeah,
What a man.
I love it. Exactly.
He's been he's been a revelation since he's joined. Andy, did you know? So Betis, the club in Spain that just they have so many throwback players that you kind of forgot were playing. So I'm going to go through some of them here. So obviously there's Anthony. I mean, Isco we know about as well.
Yeah.
Mark Bartra is at centre back. Ricardo Rodriguez of Switzerland plays left back. Giovanni Lo Celso is their attacking midfielder. Pablo Fornals is their left winger. On the bench, they have Adrian, the old West Ham goalkeeper.
Yeah.
They have Hector Bellerin. They have Roman Perot from Southampton.
Nice.
And they have William Carvalho, the once famous Portuguese defensive midfielder.
Centre mid, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that sport. Yeah, I remember him. What a weird
Sorry,
collection of
and
players.
also Diego Llorente. Remember him?
Yeah.
What, from Atletico Madrid?
I think he was. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
No, Leeds.
Brilliant.
No, he was at Leeds. Diego Llorente.
Oh,
a few
what,
years
is that
ago.
back
It's not the striker Llorente.
Yeah, not
the,
Diego
okay.
Diego Llorente.
Got you.
So there's loads of
Different Llorente.
throwback players. They've just caught people at the tail end of their careers and let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
There's
those
some
kind of
great
clubs.
players in there, especially Rodriguez, left back for Switzerland. He had an absolute hit on him, I remember.
Yeah,
What a player.
absolutely. Brilliant. Right. Anything else to say on Betis or Chelsea? Nothing to say on Chelsea, I assume.
Fuck off Chelsea.
No.
Fuck off Chelsea, up Betis.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Up the ante.
Finally, the last news story that we want to talk about is the most important to us as a family
And the world.
and the world. There have been bus parades. I don't know if you've seen over social media the 12 points that Southampton have created. So we finally drew 0-0 to Manchester City on Saturday, which officially means that we are not the worst Premier League team ever.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant, isn't it? It's been a long time coming. We've had our bad times, but it's good to have the good times again, isn't it?
We're flying at the
times.
moment. We are the best
God,
worst
that
team ever.
0-0. Whoa,
Yeah.
that 0-0 tastes so good. Oh, yeah.
Ruben Diaz having a go at the whole Saints Saints team saying we don't even bother to play football. Doesn't matter. When you draw 0-0, it does not matter.
Doesn't matter.
Where? Fuck off, Ruben. You're cheating.
Why'd you come
City are
forward?
a cheating team, aren't they? 115 charges. They shouldn't even be in the league. And yet, Saints, they're honestly, and we get our 12 points. And
We've got our 12 points.
Hard.
It's well deserved.
That's amazing.
Absolutely well deserved.
Yeah.
How did you guys celebrate? Andy, how did you celebrate 12 points?
I went on a night out when I was in Seven Oaks. I was just buzzing.
Seven Oaks night out. That's
touring
very
Derby.
apt.
Yeah. Like I tell you what, I didn't have too much wrong with Derby before the season, but now I'm very happy we've beaten them. That's good. Come on. I can't believe it. Amazing.
Yeah. We said it before, right? Let's just quickly wrap that up. Like we did say that we don't think, like, and obviously without bias, that we should be labelled the best, also the worst team of all time. Like, I think that the disparity point that we've got at the moment, where like between Premier League and Championship sides, should come into account. And like in Derby's era, it wasn't that big. It really wasn't.
No.
So
Well, we don't even need to talk about it, James. We're not even in the conversation anymore. We're not in the conversation anymore.
we're not in the
because
conversation. We are.
got
We're
12
clear.
points.
We're clear.
Yeah,
The second worst team in the league. No one cares.
Well, we
As
could
long as
we
no one cares,
could
finish second.
we could finish as high as on 18 points.
Well, we could do. I mean, we've got a guaranteed 3 points the last game of the season against Arsenal because
Yeah,
they
that's
got
true.
the flip-flops on and they might not even get Champions League. So
And the last game at Goodison. We are the last game at Goodison, so
Exactly.
we'll see how that happens.
let's upset the party.
Yeah,
Come on.
We've got 4. Unbeaten in 1. It's amazing.
I haven't conceded in one game.
2-0 for Simon Rusk. What a man.
Well,
man.
he's actually in his short stint. He's got us 3 of our 12 points, which is pretty good. Like, it's only points to return. Like compared to the other 2, he's done better. All he's done is he's made us compact and hard to beat. That's it.
But it's about time.
Yeah.
Rather than playing out from the back, it's about time. Yeah.
Dear oh dear. Well, excitement through the roof, of course, and let's carry on that excitement and enthusiasm into my game this week, everyone. You two are both going to be competing in a game. So as you both know, and as lots of people know, 2 of my passions in life. So football, and then there's travelling. Whenever I like to go away, I like to. Yeah, Max shakes his head. That's fine. Whenever I like to go away, I like to try and get a football shirt from the country that I've been to. So, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be playing around the world in 9 football shirts. Way!
Ooh.
Hello. There you go.
How exciting. So, how the game works is, what I'm going to do, I'm going to be picking up a football shirt that I've got, and I need you, on your pads of paper, which you have already in front of you, to write down a player from that country that you think has the most appearances for that country. So the more appearances, the better. Not goals, not assists, not clean sheets.
More appearances.
Appearances. Okay? There's going to be 9 football. There's going to be 9 teams in total. Any questions before we start?
Absolutely not. That's
No,
brilliant.
let's get rocking.
And then the end, I assume whoever has the most appearances wins.
Whoever has the most appearances, cumulative wins. Correct.
Perfect.
Okay.
Like that.
So I will hold up a football shirt, and you'll have 10 seconds to have a think, and then you to write something on your pad, and then when I say 3, 2, 1, go, you'll hold up the name of the player that you want to go with. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Brilliant.
All right. Okay. So we're going to start. Hopefully, it should be very easy. We'll start at home. England.
Who has the most? Who has the most appearances for England?
3, 2,
Oh, no, I haven't done it yet.
1.
I haven't done it yet.
Have you written a name?
Uh,
I'll allow this late one this time.
Pete Shilton.
Hendo and Pete
Hendo.
Shilton. So, I can confirm Hendo has 83.
That's rubbish.
That is rubbish. Whereas Peter Shilton has 125. He is our all-time leading appearance maker. So well done, Matt.
that
Advantage
was
Matt.
cheating. Matt was cheating anyway. He had extra time. He was Googling. That's all.
Advantage Matt. Okay. So keeping it still fairly easy for now. We're moving on to We're moving on to Belgium.
Belgium.
Oh, it's a clue. It's a clue. Who's on the back of that?
Belgium.
How many go?
3, 2, 1, go.
Jan Vertonghen. We've both
Vertonghen.
done it.
Both on
Vertonghen.
Vertonghen. Okay, let's have a look. We have
Gotta be.
Jan Vertonghen is the record appearance maker for Belgium. Well done. It's 157 each.
157.
Yeah, that's quite impressive, isn't it?
It's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
God, he's done a lot.
In fact, second behind him is Axel Witsel on 132.
Still decent.
Still pretty
Still
good.
would have been.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Pretty damn good, lads.
Pretty
Okay,
damn good, lads.
Pretty
third
damn good.
country in our tour around the world. A little bit harder maybe this time. We're going Nigeria.
There you go.
We've got to be. Got to be.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
JJ Okocha.
JJO.
JJ Okocha, both of you there.
JJ Okocha.
So nice, they named him twice.
Yeah.
So he's about 10th on the overall list. So he both did okay. So 65 each.
Who's number one?
Number one is,
Sorry.
give me a second, is, you would never have picked this one, Ahmed Musa.
No, would not.
No.
That's lucky.
The highest one.
MNEK was the other?
So Yobo was third, Mikel was fourth, Carney.
Yeah, I
fifth.
think about John Obi.
Yeah.
But I just want to go vibes. JJ gives
vibes.
good vibes.
Yeah, I wanted JJ Okocha. So nice, named him twice.
So nice, they did name him twice. Okay, this one's a little bit tougher, this one. We're moving to South America. And we're going to Paraguay.
Oh,
Oh no. Oh no. I might be done out of technicality.
It might be a 0 out of 10. 0. Three,
can't read it, but
2, 1. Okay.
Is there someone called Diaz?
I went for Schiller there, the old throwback keeper,
There.
the old throwback keeper from like 2002, maybe.
He's not right at the top, but
Do you not?
he's about 10th down. So
There you go. Good at 10.
74. Andy, can you? I'm looking down on the list here. I can't see anyone called Diaz. I'm afraid it's a good guess.
No, he's a very famous player for Paraguay. I'm surprised you haven't heard of him.
Yeah, it's a good guess.
It's a good guess. So I thought you would have known at least two from that one. So the two most famous ones in my head, at least, are Miggy Almiron
Yeah.
Oh, Almiron. Oh,
and then
sorry.
Roque Santa Cruz.
Roque Sant. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't
Schiller
know
is a
from
better
Paraguay,
player
but
than both of them.
Almiron
'Cause
I
He used
knew,
to take free kicks and corners.
Yeah,
so
that's
Schiller is
pretty
a better
good.
player. So yeah.
Yeah.
Miggy. Should have got Miggy. Fair play.
Right. Advantage Matt clearly here then.
Yeah.
Okay. We are moving back to Africa.
Africa.
And we are going to Morocco.
Ooh.
Morocco.
Ooh. It's got to
Tough
be.
one, isn't it? It's a tough one. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Show.
Sofiane
Amrabat.
Amrabat and Buffal. Here we go. This is different.
Here we go.
Oh, come on. Come on. Big
Amrabat.
money.
Who was Amrabat?
I'm
Andy.
Amrabat.
Andy was Amrabat. Has 62.
It's good.
It's pretty
Not
good.
bad.
And Matt went for Buffal
Sofiane
on the back of
Buffal.
that shirt. 44. Well done, Andy.
Oh.
Hey,
Good win.
Let's go.
Good win. Not heard of the top appearance maker, but I'm surprised neither of you went for Hakimi, who's second.
Well, I thought Hakimi wouldn't actually have that much. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I thought of Hakimi. I was like, nah, no chance.
Behind him is the Premier League legend Roman Saiss in third.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wolves, man.
That's a
Yeah,
player.
like that.
Okay, right. Andy, you might be able to claw it back here, depending on Matt's response.
Right.
Although maybe not, because Matt's wearing the shirt himself. It's Spain.
España.
Oh.
Spain.
Oh, España.
Oh, why did I get? I've already started writing, so
Okay,
I'll have to commit.
right. 3, 2,
I mean, I suppose
1. Go for it.
Iker Casillas.
Iniesta.
Iker Casillas and Iniesta. So,
Yeah,
Iniesta
Casillas.
has 131 caps. That's quite a lot.
Casillas got more.
But Casillas is the second most cap player for
it
Spain.
Ramos first?
167. Correct. It would have been Ramos that was first.
Ramos.
That's what I was. Yeah, man. Yeah.
167. Very good.
Damn.
Okay. We have 3 more. Okay, so still time, Andy. Still time.
All right, there's still time. Still time on the clock.
Okay.
Don't look at the clock. Look at me.
So this is a real tough one, and maybe if you know someone that Matt doesn't, this could be your moment, Andy. Maybe.
All right, come on.
Maybe.
Respect.
When they're recently Zimbabwe.
Come on.
No comment.
I need 2 from this.
I'm
this
struggling here.
Okay,
Go on.
okay, we're going to call it a 3,
Oh,
2,
yeah.
I don't.
1. No, okay. Is that past?
Emmanuel
Matt?
Mayuka.
Mayuka.
Emmanuel
Mayuka.
Mayuka.
Andy, I didn't think of that one.
I
Definitely
can't think
sure.
of a Zimbabwe player.
Is he, mate?
I swear
No,
from Zimbabwe.
Andy, he's not on my list, I'm afraid.
What, he didn't play for He didn't play? I want VAR on this one. If he's got 1,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
thinking.
Right, I'm going to have to go outside of the website I was looking at.
He's so low down. Two appearances.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
Andy. Well, actually, hold on to that because I do have a joke around. You're close to Zimbabwe.
Oh no, am I not? Oh god.
Zambia, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Zambia.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's no.
So I mean, we can add that one in later on if you want to. That was a
Yeah,
joke around.
he's,
if you want
he's already got it, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the ones that I knew, there's Musonda from Wolves at the moment, who plays for Zimbabwe, and then there's also Benjani, who's the famous Zimbabwean
Yeah.
player, and Bruce Grobbelaar, the goalkeeper.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Fun.
So there were a few there. So that was a red herring, that one. So that's good. Zeros all round, I'm afraid. Okay, so last 2. Next up, we have Mexico.
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 Oh, fuck, what was his name?
Ready? 3,
Pretty sure that's in there.
2, 1, go.
Ochoa.
Rafael Marquez,
What was yours, Andy?
Ochoa.
the goalkeeper.
Ochoa. Oh, okay. And you said Rafael
Goalkeeper.
Marquez.
I like
2
that,
good
yeah.
options
It
there.
might be.
I feel like Rafa Marquez, he played in like 10 World Cups, I swear.
Do you know what?
Ochoa's still going then.
You have 3rd and 4th on the list here, so you're very close. One had 152 and one had 147. Ochoa is 152 and Marquez is 147, so well done.
Oh,
Just way ahead.
so who's two's top?
close.
Would that be Chicharito?
No, I thought it'd be higher actually. No, so it's a player I've heard of but don't know much about him. It's Guardado.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't know much about him.
No.
And then Claudio Suarez is second. But yeah, no, Chicharito. It's probably about 12th actually. Raul Jimenez is above him.
Nah, fair enough.
Jimenez.
Okay, and then finally, unless we do the joke around, which we might.
Hey, I won it already.
Okay, Greece.
Oh, it's got to be only one.
I think
really wanna
know
say
who you
him,
both
but-
want to write.
I really want to write him.
I mean, it's a solid shout. It might not be the top, but
Yeah.
okay. 3,
Wait.
2,
I've got to go for
1.
him.
Go for it.
Big Ange.
Samaras.
Samara Ange.
Who's
Big
that?
Ange. Big Ange. It's just who we are, mate.
What, Ange Postecoglou?
Well, he's proud to be Greek. Big Ange.
But I don't think
Okay, yeah, well, I've got the win. I'll take it. He's giving me. I'll take it.
he's given it. Okay, fine.
And it's all level.
So did you say
The joke around.
Samaras, Andy?
Yeah, Samaras.
Okay, so Samaras is about 10th on 81. It's good. It's solid.
Nice.
Nice. Who's won?
That was Big Ange.
The top was Karagounis there, if you
Yeah.
care.
Oh, we're a big player.
You're in
Big player.
2004, innit?
It was, yeah, exactly. Okay, so
Big Ange wasn't on there, Matt.
Big Andrew's a big fat stinking zero there. I'm not gonna lie.
Damn it. Damn it.
So
It's
close.
just a we are, mate.
It is
It's just-
close. Do we want to play the joke around?
I'd like for you to.
I think it's level.
I feel like he's already said it.
He's already said it. So Matt, you have a chance here. There is a joker, and it is Zambia. So Andy has a player. Matt, if you can name a player, then you've got a shot. But it cannot be the same one.
So you went for Mayuka.
Yeah.
Mayuka.
There is a current Premier League player who plays for them.
I'm drawing a blank.
Drawing a blank. Okay.
I'm drawing a blank.
So I need to have a look. I need to find how many Mayuka made.
Please say he played.
If
he
any.
didn't play. He didn't play. No
Injured all
winners
the
this
time,
time
wasn't
with
he?
Takeshi's Castle.
I'm not gonna lie, he's not on there.
Manuel Mayuka, nothing.
I'm going on to Wikipedia here to try and get something different here.
Did he come off the bench?
Just googled it. Should have got this one.
Well,
Should've got this
interestingly,
one.
so it's not appearing on the website that I was using.
Right,
They've
it's a
got an
no,
agenda
then, is it?
against my. I go on Wikipedia. He's got 61.
We'll do that.
He's got 61. Yeah.
He does. Yeah, 61 and 12 goals. That's a good record there.
Fantastic.
And then
Who
not
was the
entirely
main
sure
one?
how. So basically, the website I've been using clearly just isn't right, or Wikipedia's wrong. So, who knows? Anyway, the player that does play for
It wasn't
Zambia
Joker.
currently is Patson Daka.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
But are we giving Andy the 61?
I feel like we should. He has definitely played.
We'll give him the
I think
61.
Mayuka was very niche. I'm happy with that.
That was very niche.
Wrong
So-
country there.
With Mayuka, that means that Andy finished on a total appearance record of 792. And Matt finished on a total appearance record of 779. So, Andy,
Oh,
gifted
just
it.
about. Big Ange won it for me.
Andy, you are our champion. Congratulations on competing
you.
around the world in 10 football shirts.
10.
Brilliant. Good game. Well done, James.
Good.
Love
Well
that.
done, Andy. So,
Got. Sorry.
I think next time it will be Matt's turn to host the game as the loser. But yeah, that's it, folks.